Today I'm going to be focusing on creating a sign in page using Figma. I also have created another class using Adobe XD. This one is going to be a basic class. I hope you enjoy. In the end of the class, I will create a small project so you can work on it. So this is an overview that what we're going to work on. As you can see, create account and how to reset your password if you forgot it. So this is a basic uh, sign up page using Figma. All right, so let's start with creating a new file in Figma. So I have already created the file right here, and then this one have nothing, no assets, nothing. So I'm gonna start here is gonna create a frame, and then I'm gonna select here iPhone 13 Pro. Before I do that, I always like to select my colors. It's always good idea to understand, okay, what are the colors, how it's gonna look like the app. It's good to have an idea how it's gonna look like. To do that, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna create a small box. Then I keep it something like this. I'm gonna make the edges smooth a little bit. I like to keep it smooth. And then I'm gonna create a duplicate. Then I'm gonna drag it here. To do the duplicate, what I'm doing is I'm clicking Command D in a Mac. So what I'm going to do right now is going to select the colors. So I'm going to start with something a little bit yellowish. Something like this. I'm going to come here and select this color that which I just created, and then I'm going to make it like a bit light. I don't like this. It looks more greenish, so I'm going to change it to make it more yellowish. Like that. Come here. You're going to do the same thing. You can play with the colors and see what colors you like, or if you have done already a UX research, then you know what are the colors you want to prefer, or you already have a color plate given to you from the company that hired you, so you can focus on that. So this one is going to be very basic terms of how to use the colors. And then I'm going to keep this gray. Great. So if you click on this, you can see all the colors are already added to here. I'm going to zoom out, and first thing what I'm going to do here is I'm going to name this to sign in page. Okay. And then I'm going to select here, create circle. I'm going to keep it 150. I'm going to put it in the center, put it a little bit down right here. That looks good. And before I continue, I'm going to fill in the background with this. I want it to be this color. So app is going to be based on this color. Then I'm going to select this, and I want this to be white for now. It's not that hard, so you can keep it as it is for now. I create rectangulars, create two of them, 55, 340, and then I'm going to make it center. I'm going to here, I want to make the edges smooth, and then I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to make another one here. I'm going to add a text right here. I'm going to type username, duplicate that, and type password. And then see the distance between these two, somewhere like this. Okay. So, and then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select this two. I'm going to fill this with white, something like that. So if you go here to the play button, you can see how it's going to look like. Again, this is called prototyping. I'll do another class on how to create basic prototypes. For now, I just want to look at it and see, have a small feeling how it's going to look like. All right, so that looks good. So the other thing what I'm going to create here is, what if a person forget their username or password, right? So I'm going to put forgot username or password. Okay. I'm going to make sure it's lined right here. I'm going to create another duplicate. I'm going to pull it down. What if a person doesn't have an account? So it's going to create account. So that's how it's going to look like. So the distance between these two is a bit far. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put it to 10. And another thing I realized when I look at this is I think the username and the password, the text has to be a bit big. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select these two, and then I'm going to put it for 25. And then I'm going to select this, I'm going to keep that 2 distance. Same here. So it's clear and understanding, and you can see when it get updated. And also another thing about companies is they always have terms. Terms and policies are very important for people to look at it, what they're doing. Most of them don't even look, but it's always good to add it in the main page. So before they sign up, they can have a look at it, or if not, they can continue. That's my theory, but depending on your project, it can be different. So here, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to have terms. I'm going to put it in the middle. I'm going to put it terms. I'm just going to highlight it a little bit. So I'm going to bold it. That's it. To make it bold, you can use Command B in your keyboard, or you can just select this and come here and select bold. So that's a basic sign-in page. So we use these colors and then we add it to here. So now what we're going to create is a person to create an account. What if the person does not have account and he or she, that person is new to the app and that person want to create an account. So what we're going to focus here is how to create an account. So there are a few ways that you can do it. My way is I always like to create a duplicate, and then I'm going to drag this down. I'm going to create a name for this. I'll create account. In this case, I still want to have the logo so they know where they're at. So, but I'm going to make it like a bit smaller. Then I'm going to lift it a little bit up, and then I'm going to select center. I'm going to select this frame, and then I'm going to click play. Just want to make sure that I don't go over this border in iPhones. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of these. I'm going to use the same things. It's one of the best shortcuts that you can have instead of redoing everything again. So I'm going to add full name. I need to know their full name. I need to know their email address. In this case, I'm going to create another duplicate, and then I'm going to add email, phone number. So the user can add it, their phone number here. Make sure it's aligned with that. And then lastly, what I'm going to add here is the password. What I'm also going to do is make these one go down. Right here. And then I'm going to select this, and I'm going to convert this to a button. So I'm going to center this again, keep it at least 50. And then I'm going to go here and I'm going to change the color this time, it to be different. So now you can see why we're using colors. So now you can see it's different, it's highlighted. So when the person is finished adding all the information, they can go and continue to the next page. I always like to keep things very simple. So what I'm also to make things easy, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a group. And then I'm going to name this continue. So that's how we create a account page using Figma. So next, what we're going to create is create a forgot username or password. So here I'm going to create another duplicate. I'm going to drag it all the way down. I'm going to put forgot password or username. In here, I'm going to delete this, copy this, and select the frame, and then just paste it. So it's going to come to exact location. I'm going to zoom in a bit. I'm going to move this to here. Here I'm going to put email address. I'm going to keep it email or phone number. And then I'm going to put last password. So that's the last password that you remember into your account. So they can add that, and then I'm going to create a duplicate. So once they put the information here and here, I will send them a pin to their account. So say if they use their email address, they can get the pin for their email, or if they use the phone number, what they can do is they can add the pin that comes to the phone number to here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a pin. So what I'm going to add here is 45. So I'm going to duplicate this. Okay, so this is how it's going to look like. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to make this center. I'm going to drag this to be aligned with this. So they can add the pin and then they can verify it. I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to paste it here. Okay. I'm going to copy it and then paste it here, as you can see. And then I'm going to move it a little bit up somewhere here, so they can add the pin, and then it's going to continue. So to make it very unique, I'm going to keep it gray. Let me fix that. So I double click this. I want to make sure I click the rectangular, and then I'm going to make it gray. And the word, I'm going to keep it white, so that you can see it's highlighted. So if I select this frame and then click play, you can see it. So what I'm doing right now is asking for a pin, and then you can add the pin over here. Once you add the pin over here, then you can see continue, and then you can continue. So once the pin is added automatically, you can have the option to move forward from there automatic, or you can just click continue. So that's how we create reset the username and password. So now here, what we're gonna do is gonna to create new password. So they're gonna create the new password over here, and they're gonna again type to make it interesting. So they can type it again, and then they can go continue. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select this, copy that, select here, paste it. But this time I'm gonna keep it as this and change the color of the letters to be black, or this grayish color. Black. I think black is more highlighted. Yeah.